M-I-A. Armchairs. The following show will feature some language and content that may offend some people. If you feel like complaining, simply save us all the time and energy and turn us off now. With that being said, Men in Armchairs proudly presents to you... Alright, we should be live there. Hopefully you can hear me as well, which would be awesome. A little music on this time, a bit of pretzel on there. It should be fine. Looks as if we're doing alright there. A little loud in mine actually, yeah, but you know, it is what it is. Alright, let's book some Fyter Fest. First things first, so we actually need to get there. So, we're on the Friday. I skipped a couple of days from last time. Yeah, man, let's do it. Skip. I know it's been a while since I did this, did the AEW one, so I got a little bit of cheat on myself, but. Alright. So I had to rearrange some of the things on my system, but you know, it is what it's done now, so maybe that's done. Alright, what we got here? Oh, some news. The house show. Let's have a look here. If you do pop into the chat, pop in, say hello, use the soundboard to let yourself known, or you know, use the walk-on if you can do it. I'm not entirely sure how to do it, but it is what it is. Alright, let's have a look at this. Nothing really that interests me. No. Zach Gibson's been injured with a broken shoulder. That's not what you want to see. Right. New tag teams in ICW. What we got? Damien Corbin and Jason Reed as Doomsday Generation, and Leighton Buzzard and TK Cooper as the Culture Club. Hammock Amelia. Alright. Nothing else really, yeah, nothing probably at all. So, let's move to the Sunday itself and then we'll start booking the show. Right. Oh, we're straight to the booking, that's the Saturday, isn't it? That's right. You book a Saturday on AEW. I completely forgot about that. Alright. Oh, you can actually rename it on the night as well. Makes more sense. Alright, some backstage incidents, but something small bits in here. Michael Nakazawa and Chris Jericho. A bit of wrestler's talk. This fella. The phone's on fully, really loud, even though I've got it turned down. But, alright. Judge Chris Jericho, when he was absorbed by his phone after the locker room meeting, Jericho found him to buy a greater day for the locker room. Just one, great Chris. Come on, slapping me. Alright, let's have a look. I think it had a small positive impact on Nakazawa, who's a lively personality apparently. Alright, let's go through this. In Demand. And Broken, not Broken, it's just, I don't know what it's called now. We are live. Bleacher Report, isn't it? That's right, yeah. Alright, so a minimum of 25 on that one, 34. Alright, well, I mean, I'm hoping I get a show that looks good that, so let's not worry about that too much. And then let's book the matches we've actually got. We'll see how it go. So pre-booking wise, the World Championship in the main event. So we will have to book some sheets. Yeah. Aubrey, Mike, tons, let's give this our AEW World. Alright. So this is going to be a storytelling match. Storytelling match. Mox is going to get the win. I want Cage kept strong, just to help him out a little bit. Yeah. let's put the women's match on next, which is Tessa versus Shida. Tessa Blanchard, that is, for those who aren't aware. We picked her up as a free agent. Jerry Lynn, give us to Malenko. No, that's fine, yeah. I want this one to just be right. I'm going to steal the show on this one. But I want to see what they can do when they go all out. No pun intended. We'll give Tessa it and see how she does. Open match. We're both on the same level. Alright. Segment. We're going to do TNT next. I need to have either a wild brawl, car crash, or a mayhem. A wild brawl is the crowd being warmed up for no more 15 minutes. Mayhem requires the crowd, you can get the crowd rowdy, ready for more substantial, can't really go more than 20 minutes. Okay. We're gonna go, I'll tell you what, we're gonna do car crash, I think it's, yeah. I'll tell you what, we're gonna do story time as well. Hey man, this started June 2020. So literally only a month in. I took some time off this on my YouTube, which the link is in the profile. You can see the previous episodes, which, you know, as I said, building up basically. I brought in a lot of free agents to try and build up, and mainly the women's division. But yeah, this started in 2020. It was the initial release by Questlove over on GDS. So yeah, we'll do story time on this one as well. I'm gonna have Cody retain, and I want an open match, but I also want it to be a flash pinfall, just so kind of an out of nowhere sort of moment. Yeah, man, no problem. Let's see, let's drop that down. That should be a bit better, I'm hoping. I'm knocking it down there as well. Probably be better as well. Yeah, so start over in 2020. I moved the microphone a bit closer. So June 2020 is when we started. It's the initial release by Questlove from Fleisch's work over on 2016. All good, man. On over at GDS on the forums. Brought in a lot of free agents, mainly the women's division, just to try and build things up and get a stronger division. Because I think that's probably the weakest part for me on AEW. Let's have a look. As I said, if you want to watch the build up into this, it's all on the YouTube, which is the link is on there. The profile. Well, I may have a shortcut to do it on the chat, but I'm not entirely sure right now. Alright, and then we'll throw this on. I think this is going to be our mayhem match. So we need to have one of them, so we'll do like a mayhem match. I think I can go for 20 minutes. 18, that's not bad. I don't know why I clicked on that one. There. If I worry that there's a still show. Alright, I'm probably find another mayhem. Jericho and... I think I have a Jericho and Matt, a storyline, Matt Hardy, so that could work. Yeah. Let's throw this on. I want to get the belts on FTR. I think there's a stronger option as a champion, and I can also do the split, much like TV. They did on TV with Omega and Hangman, but I'm not going to go quite the route of like splitting up the elite. Not the idea at the moment, anyway. Dustin. Give us the Rotunda, should be better. Alright. I don't think I have. No, I don't actually. I have another stable with Tully. We've got the Aces we created as part of the team. We brought in Mike Bennett and EC3, and then we got Sean Spears and MJF with Tully working as support and managing for the majority of them. So yeah, that would be that was the idea for us. I wanted to make a heel-like station, but not go the obvious route. So it seems to be working at the moment. But right, let's get the match. Let's get a nice 6-man tag in there. So what have we got left? Exclude already booked. Yeah, let's go Jurassic Express. That one, and then that one. With let's go Proud and Powerful and Sammy Guevara. Or Guevara, I think it is. Work. And we'll give that to Dustin. We'll make this our car crash match, which should, warm the crowd up a bit more. Oh no, it's a mayhem match when you actually, doesn't it? Yeah. That's all. And winner can be the winner. I got all the titles that are on TV at the moment. So you got the AEW World, which is Mox. You got the Tag Team Champions, which is Omega Hangman. The Women's, which is Shida, and the TNT, which is Cody. I don't think we created anything that we didn't. I still need to update that picture actually. I know the other idea is to work out some sort of Royal Rumble, which I'm thinking probably this will be the Double or Nothing Casino Battle Royale. Potentially a Money in the Bank thing as well. All right. Yeah. Hold on. Let's do Le Champion and it could work definitely with the amount of talent they've got in that sort of area. And I'm surprised because if you look at the Elite, with the exception of Hangman and Cody, they've all been either cruiserweight or junior heavyweight titles. Omega was IWGP junior heavyweight at one point, as well as junior heavyweight tag team, I think. And obviously the Young Bucks are like 11-time junior heavyweight IWGP tag team champions, or something like that. Anyway, it's quite a large number. So I think it could work. You'd have to make it a main event level though. You'd have to make sure you'd have to build it as this is just as good. Just because it's smaller doesn't mean anything, But yeah, it definitely could work in there, Right, yeah, let's give this to Arnick as well. I think the problem with having it though is that the Elites are very much. Yeah, obviously, that's true as well. I think the Elite are just trying to, they don't want to diminish anyone by saying, oh, they're just a cruiserweight, they're just a junior. I mean, Jericho has that feeling as well because it took him for a long time. It took him to jump to WWE to be known as anything other than a cruiserweight wrestler. Yeah, I'm quite surprised by it as well. Even if maybe not a tournament, like. It's hard because you would say Yushin Liger could get a tournament, but at the same time, he has no connection to it, so kind of hard. You'd want someone who had a connection to the company, name a tournament in the honor of. So I mean, maybe they're working on something as well, because I think as it expands, they'll definitely have room for more titles. I'm surprised they haven't, with their connection as well of AAA, they haven't done a trios title or even trios tournament. Once again, they've got the groups there, so because I'm a big fan of trios wrestling, so I would like to see it. I know it was one of my I watched Lucha Underground. It was very much one of my favorite belts. It took a long time for New Japan to get there, though, and only recently, you know. And I think that's just because, you know, Kota and Devitt, Kenny, they made it a thing of, we're just too good to be just juniors. You're gonna have to put us in the main event. But it's the same point, they've still got it so that, you know, arguably some of their most popular wrestlers are in the juniors. So, but it'll certainly be an interesting thing to see how it goes. But let's do this as another storytelling. We'll have Les Champions go over. Thanks to outside interference. Alright, we'll have outside interference on Matt by Big Jake Hager. We'll throw that there. Now, I'm going to try and get 20 minutes out of Big Brody Lee. See how it goes. Unfortunately, I'm behind on the G1 at the moment. I don't even know the scores, to be honest with you. I'm very much looking forward to catching up. I'm a big fan of a lot of the members of the both blocks. I know I looked and both of them were really well done. And you know, I mean, I think I'm behind it all. I think maybe a week and a bit, depending on how many shows have been. But I'm looking forward to see Big Jeff Cobb throw some people around and Kota do some unbelievable things. My gut instinct about the winner tells me Evil or Switchblade, but because Okada's there and Kota's there, you never know. You just don't know. Have a look. That doesn't surprise me, and also I imagine that's one of those matches that just makes you like wince anytime, you know, there looks like there could be a possibility of contact. Because I mean, with the way that Zack Sabre Jr. ties people up and the way that Kenta likes to kick people afterwards, it's just ow, you know. All right, let's put the Lucha Brothers, the Best Friends, yeah, the Good Brothers. Brought them in as well, and let's do what's that? We got them as heels, but I need a face team. We'll go with we'll go Nightmares or Private Party. I see you with faces. That's you with faces as well. So we've got some options here. I didn't see the TV because I don't have BT Sports, which shows it, and this weird thing when it comes to pay-per-view weeks is that you know, you don't see the NXT TV on the network until after the takeover. I have watched Takeover though and thought it was absolutely amazing, and I won't give any spoilers for those who haven't seen it, but definitely worth a watch. O'Reilly and Balor was just unbelievable. I will be checking out Black Leather TV though when it comes on the network. Right, let's go Sky. Let's go SCU and go Sky and right. We'll just put that at about 15. Yeah. Dustin, give it a big fit. Finley, OJ Agents. I don't care who wins. Just want everyone to be kept as even. Segment. Let's throw that here. I saw that clip, and yeah, because all right, okay, dude. Nope. Can we get 16 out of it? No, we can't. 15 is the max. No, because I follow Shotzi on Instagram, and she put the clip up of that of the botch, but also then afterwards showed the move she was trying to do and said, "I wasn't trying to land on my head," but yeah, it didn't look great, and on the apron as well, oof, rough. I do not think I'm going to get 20 minutes, but let's try. Oh, we can get 18. Maybe we can get 20. I'm just thinking, because of the product, which is Wrestling Nirvana heavy, or Wrestling Nerd Nirvana, sorry. The product says that, you know, less than 20 minutes will score below world class, and I'm just trying to get some decent scores. We can go 20 minutes with Cage. All right, let's do it. They're already on, you know, 8 on 20, so that should be all right. I think we need another women's match on here. Let's do a little 4-way with some of the women we got on here. All genders. That's female. There we go. That was male actually, then we wanted female. Right. Let's see. Let's go with faces, because I want 2 of each. Yeah, I mean, she's definitely coming on leaps and bounds. I think she's starting to feel comfortable, which obviously is a massive help. Chris Statlander. So, I mean, yeah, she's definitely coming on really well. I think if she can stay on this momentum, and she's obviously picking up lots of things in the PC, it could work out really well for her. Yeah. Wrong thing. There we go. Male heels. Now let's get Anna Jay on there, because I want to really start pushing Anna Jay, because I think Anna Jay is an unbelievable talent in real life. She's impressed me one of the most on AEW with her character work more than anything else. Let's get Alison Kay on there as well. Alright. Yeah, we'll give that. That seems fitting that we give it to Finley. We'll do that, and then we'll throw it here. Nope, here even. Fucker. There we go. Alright, now need to book some angles, so let's get the angles going. Nice opening one, so John Moxley, we'll just do entertainment. No, I wouldn't say you in the mind. Well, not when it comes to my community, or my group of friends and my wrestling community. I don't really listen to a lot of the IWC, or I'm not a Meltzer fan at all. Owen Alvarez, or I'm not a dirt sheet guy. I'm a podcast guy. Love listening to a podcast and people's opinions. Do them myself. But yeah, I'm a big fan of Dr. Britt Baker, DMD. Especially her character work since she changed. Well, since she turned heel. I thought she was done great, and the way it was almost Austin-esque even. I'll get there eventually. I'll put my teeth back in. The way that she went to injury, and then that allowed her to improve and progress. Yeah, I mean, that was certainly a cool little moment there, I'll say that much. I thought her and Big Swole on the last pay-per-view they had was fun. It was an interesting match in a dentist in a dentist studio, but it was definitely a bit of fun, and it was good, man. Not every match has to be 20,000 flips off the top of the building and everything else. I mean, look what happened to Matt when they did that spear. That was scary stuff. But if you can just make something work and make it fun, then that's what wrestling's supposed to be. Alright, Mox and Cage, Cody, and Mr. Brody Lee, who I'm so happy he's getting this push that he's getting. I've liked Brody Lee since he was, I've liked Mr. Brody Lee before he became Luke Harper, and I'm very much a fan of the man. Chris Hero. Chris Hero? I didn't do Chris Hero. And Jericho, man. There we go. And that's Broken Matt, so that should be enough on entertainment. They are going to be scripted. It's only an opening video, but I don't want to have them open this. Because that will just kill the segment. Due to the new way that the booking works on angles. So, Fyter Fest opening video. Right, book segment. Goldie's uses creative. Oh, fuck's sake. I keep forgetting Goldie's got creative. He's gonna fuck the whole thing up, isn't he? Alright. Let's do angle before the tag team. So FTR. Yo, Rowan's an interesting dude, man. Like, Rowan is really cool. Big Redwood, you know, Eric Redbeard, as he calls himself, I think, on certain things. And, you know, I mean, to be fair, I say he's cool because we have a lot of similar, like, interests, you know, both, like, love the metal music and Viking metal and, you know, Amaroth and stuff like that. You know, have a big love of that culture, but also just, like, you know, the whole sort of way that sort of lifestyle is, tattoos, beards, you know, shit like that works, man. But yeah, I mean, dude's a cool dude. I like the fact he just likes being himself, and he, you know, never seems to take anything personally when it comes to the way it's being booked either. So that's pretty awesome. Hangman. I think the last time I listened to a podcast that surprised me, that it kept my interest the whole time, was who was it? I think it was one of those Chris Van Fleet ones. I can't remember how you pronounce his name. And he was in. I think he interviewed Myers, and I think I was so shocked because, you know, he obviously on TV he's always seemed a little, you know, a little modest, a little bland, anything like that. But it was a fun listen, you know. I think it was him. See if I'm allowed to script these guys. Alright, we'll just have the old dueling promos backstage. Book. That goes there. Wanna Goldie promo. We'll do that there. On Mr. Probably. Daniels has always, I mean, CD has always been amazing on the mic. I remember when I first saw CD was Ring of Honor, and it was during the Prophecy era of, like, him going against the you know, going against Ring of Honor's Code of Honor, where they have to, you know, shake hands before and after the match. And he was with him, you know, BJ Whitmer, I think Allison Danger and Dan Moff were the group at one point. And CD was awesome, man. The Fallen Angel was always cool. And then, you know, he progressed to, at one point, in my opinion, in TNA, he was better on the mic than he was doing in ring at the time. And it was one of the few times you could say that about a man like CD, you know, because he's always been very consistently good, consistently on the mic, in ring. So it was very surprising. Yeah, I mean, you know what? I dipped in and out for a long time. I mean, I think I was watching it consistently from pretty much the pay-per-views, which we got over here for free in the UK, because it was on the old wrestling channel, to I want to say it started to fall out of it when Hogan and Bischoff came in, which was weird because that was when a lot of people got into it. But it just had a horrible, like, taste of, oh, we're gonna try and reinvent Nitro, but what we're gonna do is we're gonna put the worst parts of it. So yeah, and the whole Immortal thing, and there's some absolute shite that went down in TNA. Let's go with give Chris and Broken, Hardy, respect. Oh, elaborate entrances. I can't spell elaborate, so we'll just go with spectacular. There we go. Think entrances. All right. I mean, I'd reckon for Daniels and his TNA stuff, look for matches that were against AJ Styles and Samoa Joe. Some of the best that you'll see, particularly the Unbreakable triple threat. Any teaming with AJ versus LAX is some really good stuff. And also check out his feud with Sting was pretty cool. As him playing a heel. I don't play the C-verse. I just couldn't get into it. But I mean, before the mod come out, I kind of dip in to see what the game's like. But I don't know the lore, for lack of better term. But I mean, it all looks very well put together. I'll give it that much. But I got it to play. I got this. Originally got it EWR, and then obviously moved on from there. And it was to play real world mods or even like fictional mods. I used to love the Over 9000 one, which I do have a version that I'm currently modding myself to do in a future stream. Or Diablo X by Flash. That's a really cool one. But yeah, man, that's just never been my cup of tea. I couldn't even really tell you why. I think it was literally just because it wasn't something that I looked into much beforehand. Alright, let's do a... the Taz promo for Big Brian Cage. Menace. Should be pretty good at Menace. Kind of a bit of both. When it comes to Dark, it's usually where we get the most of the booking committee idea of the whole stream, is that we people throw it in and stuff like that. If no one really has any ideas, we'll just auto book it and change a few things around. I know when it comes to like my early 91, 92 mods or 97 mods, when I have like superstars on WWF, I will then auto book it and just see what happens. Sometimes you get some really fun things out of auto book though. You get some connections you wouldn't put together usually, tag team wise, chemistry. Alright. That Moz or Moxer? That's not a bad idea. It's certainly a way to keep them happy, I know that much. Yeah, I used to... I like to experiment. Now and again as well, I would just change the whole format of the show. Like, when I played a 2018 WWE mod on the old on 2016, I changed main event to Mixed Max Challenge, and then just did that for like in a G1 style tournament. Actually, funny enough. But yeah, man, that was pretty fun. That was a fun experiment. Worked out quite well as well. What Sheila? Move that to there. Then we'll pick Moxa. And Mox celebrates as holds Cage back. That should work nicely. Alright, so what we're supposed to book? Nope, won't go that one. So it's supposed to last 3 hours. We've gone over a little bit over 3 hours, so that's not terrible. Yeah, what are we on? 196. That's 3 hours and 16. So that's good. Book analysis. No problems with it. Alright, nice. Let's do some pre-show. We'll just throw some matches on the pre-show. I think I've got enough for that. Tag, have. So only one team. Oh no, we've got 2 teams there. Let's face it, lovely. So Actual Nightmares and Private Party. They'll take on the Butcher and the Blade, who I fucking love. And they'll also take on the Dark Order, which is, to be honest with you, was a team that I didn't care about, and then suddenly out of nowhere we just were like, alright, these guys are kind of fun to watch. Alright. Let's see what we've got in the way of females or women talent left, so we can book maybe I'll get 6. Well, triple threat tag team out of them. So faces, who we got? We got Big Swole, Black Lotus, Rebel, Rio, Sadie, Shana. Alright, well, let's go with Tanaya and go with Tanaya and Black Lotus. Heels. Oh, Alyssa Flash definitely. And Jessica Havoc. That could be a deadly team. And then we'll go with Mary Logan and go with, alright, Mary Logan. No, I don't want Mary Logan. Let's change that over. Let's go with Priscilla Kelly and Bea Priestley. See how that works out. Pre-show. Book that. We got what, 20 minutes left? Lovely. Let's do a big old battle royal. Because, you know, I'm trying to keep people happy. So let's go with the male. So what, we got Wardlow. He's not going to be anything. Haven't used the aces, but that will be something we'll build up. Angelico, Austin Gunn, Cutler, Hero, CD, Colt, Darby, Lindemann, 3, 1, Evans, Hager, Big Jeff Cobb, Janela, Silva, Kip. Gonna have to build Archer up and just have him destroy people. Usually what I do on a pre-show, actually. OC, Pac, and Callahan. Save that. Probably get away with 25, actually. So Sean Spears, Sunny Kiss, Pineapple Pete, Nakazawa, and we will throw in Tomahawk 2T as well. Or just won't. I don't think I'm using any of the aces there, so it should be fine. The storyline. I think I'm going that way with him. I can't remember right now. Let's have a quick look. Dark Order down here. But he's not in there yet. But the plan is to turn him that way. So yeah, I mean, going through the stables for you quickly. I got the Strong Heart still. I don't. Seamus just got injured on an independent show. Aces, obviously we showed before. Beautiful Darkness, as I call them, which is the Butcher, the Blade, and the Bunny. I'm not changing that because I like the group as they are. Best Friends, Best Friends and OC. Death Triangle, Pac, Penta, and Ray. That will continue as well. Jurassic Express is the classics. The Nightmare Family, which is who do you expect on there. SoCal Uncensored. Team Taz is Cage and Cobb. I am going to try and bring in Absolute Ricky Starks. As well as, I think I'm going to put Quan in there from... Quan, what's he from? He's from MLW. He's part of the Contra Squad, I think it is. The Dark Order, as we've seen just before. I'm going to try and bring in the rest of the members. 10, 7, and I believe 6. I might even be 5, actually. I don't know. There's a few of them that you don't actually know the identity of, so I'll have to try and check that up. The Elite are the Elite, and then the Inner Circle are the Inner Circle. I'm tempted to add a new member of the Inner Circle, but I'm not entirely sure who would fit the dynamic, to be honest with you. Alright. I think that's what's ready to go. The pre-show is pretty much done there. Quick drink. Lovely. Any analysis? Nope, everything is fine. Yeah, Starks just, I mean, I saw him very briefly in NWA, but the stuff that he's done as part of Team Taz, which I freaking love them bringing Team Taz in this sort of way. Yeah, he's awesome. Yeah, yes. He's another level as part of Team Taz, and like he's the perfect sort of I wouldn't say antidote, but counterpart to Big Cage. Because Cage, I love Brian Cage. He's awesome, always has been. But Brian Cage, you know what you're gonna get with Brian Cage. Whereas with Ricky Starks, he was just this sort of counteract of like the cocky little git who's like he knows he's got the big dog there to back him up. All right, let's quickly look at the pre-show. So for a pre-show match, Pac won a Battle Royal. I'm sure he was thrilled about that. It could be a 66. Cobb was off the game. That's our read. Conti and Black Lotus defeated there. Alright. They weren't happy with seeing Black Lotus or B. Presley. That's because very little was known of them in America. Alright. Ugly's getting better at gimmick. No one had an outstanding performance. There's no different ones there. Yeah, I think it might be. It might have that sort of, almost like Taz and Sabu in ECW. You know, every time one of them thought they were done with the other, they came back stronger and bigger and harder. You know, so it could very much be that. And you know what? I wouldn't be mad at it at all. Maybe even be a Rock and Triple H where they start off, you know, lower level, main event, like mid card titles, and then main eventing for years and years and years. You know, that'd be pretty cool as well. But yeah, definitely something to be on there. I can't finish the show anyway. Let's go to the last one, which is the Nightmares where the Butcher and the Blade defeated the Nightmares, Private Party, and Dark Order. When they defeated the Party, Nightmare and the Dark Order, that was alright then, definitely. Bit of a boost there as well. Excellent. Alright, so let's open the show. By the way, the requirements for me to get a good show on this is like the highest I think that any of my networks want is a 39, so hopefully this should be fine. Page performed poorly, well, yeah. But yeah, I mean, Hart Michaels is obviously one that had a similar fit to the two of them. I think Triple H and The Rock is the one I watched real time, if that makes sense. I got into wrestling very young, but you know, didn't have access to it all the time in the early days of Hart and Michaels. Whereas, you know, I remember seeing Triple H debut in his vignettes as Hunter Hearst Helmsley, and you know, Rocky Maivia with the chia pet as he calls on his head, Survivor Series. By the time I was getting regular TV of the WWE, well, WWF at the time, Hart and Michaels were the men. They were main event talent. You know, I think the first WrestleMania we got live was 11, I think. So, you know, Hart was facing Backlund, and Michaels was facing Diesel, you know. Strange enough, I think that might also be a reason that I love Bam Bam Bigelow. Alright, yep, I knew Cage would get, yep, I knew Hardy would struggle because of Cody. Has helped Cage, lovely. Right. 61's not terrible actually for us. The Inner Circle defeated Jurassic Express when Ortiz pinned Jungle Boy with a powerbomb. Luchasaurus seemed off his game. Fucking love Luchasaurus, but 50, yeah, okay. Marco with 49, Jungle Boy with 52. I actually love all of Jurassic Express. Anyone, and that's the kind of weird thing for me with AEW is I think the reason I'm disappointed with them on TV is that I love the majority of their roster. And a lot of what they do is just there seems to be a lot of, unless you're in the elite, there's a lot of stop and start. With the exception being Le Champion and Mox. I mean, they know they've got to keep them around and keep them happy, you know. So that's just, you know, one Smox view. All right. Terrible match. Tenino defeated Chris Statlander, Anna Jay, and Addison Kay. That match actually could have been worse. It's a 45. I'll take that. That's fine. 63. That's fine. 79 for the match itself. I am all right with that. FTR defeated obviously Bucks the winner on that one. Young Bucks with 80s there. Kenny with an 80. Alright, that's pretty good. That's a good. What we got? Nothing unsurprising there, so that's always good. Cody was 76 promo. Match itself was 74. Alright. Both had a similar in-ring performance of 69 and 65, so that putting them as a... I mean, the Flash finish obviously helped lower the impact on Lee's momentum, but also them having an open match brought them both down to a similar level. I was hoping it would bring up Brody a bit more than that, but it is what it is. Okay, 67. Anderson and Kazarian both off the game. No other problems though. Good Brothers, Lucha Brothers won that one. Sorry. 100 for the promo. Well, just the entrances actually. Nick Aldis. Yes and no. I think if you put Aldis in a position, not necessarily of power or anything like that, but you put him in a leadership role in a stable, or at least a deputy, he could fit in really well as, maybe there's some, maybe with FTR and Tully as a, an outside sort of thing, because he is a kind of a throwback, particularly with his NWA connection. So yeah, I mean, he could. The worry I have is maybe his style is not to the AEW fans' liking, because I know his match at All In was a really cool old school wrestling match, but sometimes the AEW crowd don't seem to like that as much. I think he could do well if given a chance. Appreciate the follow there, Emily is here. But yeah, I think he could do well. He could come off, but it's just, as with everyone, you have to book him right. But you have to do it in a day. Wait a minute, Muta's going to be facing Aldis? I thought Muta retired. I mean, that'd be fun and it'd be awesome, but I thought that was the whole point of him being at the G1 show at MSG. That was his last American appearance. Then again, it's professional wrestling. Terry Funk retired 27 times in 1997 alone, I think. So, one of those things. I'm misreading things. Alright. Impact a little bit there, but... You know what? Eddie Kingston on the mic, his class, his in-ring work can sometimes be a bit off, but Eddie has his ability to feel real with no matter what he says. And I'm a big fan of Kingston's wrestling side of him. I don't know a lot of his personal life, but yeah. I thought he was just I thought Muta was just working as a out of ring guy. Yeah, Kingston's. I think he will do, because they're looking to bring up, I think, a bit more of that strong style in, so Kingston could work well. But I think because he's got the fans, he's passionate, it definitely it seems to work a little bit. I was a little disappointed with him and Mox, actually. I thought it could have been a better match, but I don't know. Sometimes I'm a bit harsh on Mox. Even when he was Ambrose, I did accuse him a couple of times of phoning it in. I was very much on Austin's side of that awkward conversation they had on a podcast. Yeah, I mean, it could, but I say it's ability of booking them right. So it could, yeah. I think it's definitely the best opportunity they've got for that. Wins with 62, lovely. Has underperformed, and there's a bit of colour commentary for the segment, that's fine. Let's see what the main event gets then. It's 65, ouch. Fantastic hitting, good work. It could, if you wanted to do the real world champion gimmick that Ric Flair did in the early 90s with WWE. If you wanted him to declare himself as the only true real world champion in the world of professional wrestling, it could definitely work. But the only way you do that is if you position him against Mox, and I do think that is too much of a problem, you know? Sonny Ono. I fucking love Sonny Ono. Well, I missed all of that. With Thunder Rosa, I think Thunder Rosa could easily bring in the element of maybe you could maybe do an NWA stable without directly calling it that, and have Thunder Rosa there. Maybe have her team up with a couple of people from the women's division of that side. They've got a hell of a talent over there with Allysin Kay, as well as I think Marty Bell is on there as well as there's someone. I think Melina still works for them. Maybe wrong there. But you could do that. You know, you could bring in Strictly Business as well. You know what? I love Aldous. Aldous is an awesome dude. He's definitely, he's definitely brought spotlight back to the NWA with his work as well. But yeah, it'd be nice to see him work Noah if he gets a chance. I think Noah's got quite a few relationships out there in the Americans because I think they work with. I think Noah works with Major League as well, MLW. Either that or some of that talent that works for them, so it's not terrible. That's 75, lovely. I need to pick up more viewers than the. Oh, but that's because that's limited due to the networks that I'm on. So, but yeah, I'll take a 75 all day long. Let's make a speech. So let's give it to Mox and compliment. I'm just gonna skip this song before I do that because I'm not a fan of this. That's apparently rock as well. It's clearly not. All right. So it is. So it is the original Real World Chronicles that Questlove came out for 2020, which was just a conversion of the last one from 2016. And it is the product is Wrestling Nirvana. So I need matches less than 20 minutes won't get world class scores. Overbook matches were penalized unless super good. Eye candy death matches and dangerous setups will get minuses. Angles with sex appeal limit the rating, and I need to have a storytelling match, wild brawl, car crash, mayhem, and steal the show. But yeah. Yeah, RH obviously are trying to build themselves back up after some unfortunate events. RH and Noah working would, they worked well for the likes of Carino back in the day. But I think RH, if they can work out some sort of agreement with any sort of I'd recommend them continue working with Mexico, which I think they're working with. I think they're working with AAA, although I may be wrong. Then it might be CMLL. If they can reach an agreement with a Japanese company as well, it'd be really good. Honestly, it's just practice. I've played a few different mods. Currently, there's a show called Bookmarks that I'm doing, which is a fantasy draft where we're playing WWE. And the reason it's fantasy is because we brought in some agents as well as I love Questlove stuff. But yeah, definitely, I do love Questlove's work. He's took over from Fleisch and done really great. I've always preferred Fleisch's real world mods, so seeing them continue in Questlove, that's pretty cool. We'll give Kay some encouragement and Mr. Brody Lee some a compliment and a good performance as well. So let's make speech. Lovely. Alright. As I was saying though, the reason it's a fantasy mod is because we've got some real free agents drafted into the company, and as well as we've got some legends from other mods in as well. So I have 1985 Roddy Piper on a current day Raw product. But that's fun, man. Yeah, check that out. It's once again YouTube link is on the profile. Check that out and you'll see the bookmarks. I believe we've got an episode that just dropped this morning, actually. That's always fun. Let's have a look at the mail here. Omega, Sammy Guevara talks well, give the kid a promo time and crowd to respond. That's interesting because Kenny Omega is the only person that's given me a promise so far in this game is to put over Sammy Guevara. So that could work out well with both of them not being storylines. Jeff Cobb needs to learn how to sell. It's not worth pushing until that's addressed. Yeah, I don't believe that. Yeah, big Kenneth. Yeah, and the Galaxy Picture Pack. I don't think I think I've seen that one. I'm a bit of I like the organic look, but it's definitely something that looks cool because it gives a nicer effect in the back one. Yeah, I mean, pick packs that need to be compatible. So talking to the original, the guys who are currently making the mods certainly makes sense there. Let's have a look at the viewing figures. We got Fyter Fest got just under 2,000 views. That's not bad at all, really, and a 0.39. So that's fine. I'm happy with that. RH have reached a deal with Honor Club. I'd hope they own it. The hand formed in Big Japan, which is I'm not even gonna try and say that. Yuji. Oh, okay, I'll try. Okaya Bayashi. Okay. Yeah, I'm a Geordie. I don't speak real great Japanese. It's a bit like asking a Southerner to speak Japanese, to be honest with you. And by that I mean Southern American, not London. Tajiri, Hercules Senga. Yep, that's another one which I said. And Ryuji Ito? Alright, Shiner got a new stable, I probably would pronounce this a bit better. Eva Lee, Lindsay Snow, Stormy Lee, Brittany Blake, and Daphne will be the coach. Huge. You know, I appreciate that because that's Ruthless Aggression and PG era where it's hard to get them together for mods because for some reason there seems to be like a gap of like 4 years in the Ruthless Aggression era of brand new pitches on the WWE. So it's kind of that's big props to you there. I don't know if I got the patience to sit and do that. I just struggle sometimes to get my own custom picks done for things. But yeah, that's cool, man. Eddie Kingston going to storyline with Alex Shelley. In Pro Wrestling Eve, you've got Giselle Shaw and Aaliyah James are going to team up with the Rebels. And Casey lost the Eve International Championship to Jetta. Awesome. Nice. I can imagine, yeah. There seems to be, if you're looking for certain talent, there's a lot of opportunity for pitches. Other times, you've got to hope that pixelation doesn't happen, right? Alright, so let's skip to the Monday. We'll go to the Wednesday AM. Bigger as much. We'll go to Wednesday AM and we'll leave it there. The idea of the night was literally just to book the show and have a quick little, stream. I'll be back on Thursday though with this to do more booking. Probably a couple of weeks of TV for that one as we go on the road to, I think, All Out. We'll check that in a second though. Apologise for looking as if I'm not bothered. Oh, it's Wrestler of the Year so far. So we are week 1 July, which means probably going to be Japan the whole way through, and New Japan at that. Because it's going to be based on 1 month's 1 month's results. Alright, so Okada, New Japan, Evo and Sonata. Alright, so that's interesting. The pick files automatically put Bullet Club. Sorry, got itchy nose because of the attach. Bullet Club version of Evil when he's still teaming with LIJ there. Alright, match of the year is Okada versus Tanahashi. No surprise there. At the Best of the Junior Superweights 27. I'm gonna guess that's like a 98, but let's have a look actually. Top 100s. Let's go for 2020 and matches. It's a 99. Even better, right? Actually, it's not even the best match they've had. They had another one in, like, probably a week later or something. It was a 99 again. Look at Suzuki-san versus Naito with a 90. Jesus Christ, this is what I'm against, guys. That's ridiculous. Alright, show of the year is Best of Super Juniors. haven't heard MV Young to be honest with you. But I'm sure. I mean, Quest always seems to be up for suggestions and for requests for talent. So it could be a good idea to have a little chat with him. Austin Theory is young wrestler of the year so far. Okay, Ray veteran. Charlotte, woo! He likes to add likes to keep up on top of like smaller promotions to help the world keep building, which is quite cool. And independent is Louis London. I have no idea who Louis London is, unless I've seen him and just don't recognize the name. No. Works with Flip Kendrick. No. Missed me that one. Okay, we got retirement there. Loki's retiring. Andrade Moronas. Makoto got hurt. New teams in BJW. We got Shine and Simmer are taking a friendly approach towards each other, which would be quite cool. Once again, let's skip this music. This should be better. It's called Viking Guitar. That'll be right up my street. Gregory Irons regains his title, which is the Alpha 1 male. Okay. Yeah, I'm a Black Label Pro is something that it seems to be. If I can get footage of that, I'm definitely going to be checking that out. Defy. Now, Defy, the only really reason, I'll be honest with you, I know of Defy is because they went against What Culture, when What Culture tried to make What Culture Defy and then became Defiant for the little time that they were running with that. Once again, though, I'm always interested in stuff, so if people have suggestions or anything like that, put it in the either send me a whisper or tweet it at me at Geek Streams, which is G3K STREAMS, and or give me some stuff to watch. In my opinion, there's very little that can be classed as bad wrestling. There is some, but there's very little that I won't watch. I'm not a big deathmatch fan in terms of the ultra violent combat zone. Let's have a quick look at Stomping Grounds here. Jesus Christ, man. Ollie and Riddle defeated Venk and Shane Thorne. I knew they were northwest based. Sorry, didn't know they were story based though. But like an indie, that's very rare to be story based. But definitely, I'll check them out. Cheers for that, Emily. MVP defeated Tucker. Rude defeated Jinder. Elias Conreal. Rose defeated Riot, DeVille, and Natalia. We had a lot of interviews with people that aren't there. Bliss and Cross defeated Naomi and Tamina. Alright, Taker did a promo randomly on Stomping Grounds. Okay. I think I've seen a bit more than I thought I had of Defy, because I remember I'm a big fan of Strickland. I think he's, if I'm not mistaken, he's Swerve. So yeah, I definitely I don't think I've seen that match, but I definitely may have seen more of the stuff than I thought I did. We got Banks defeated Bianca Belair by DQ. Baszler defeated Lacey Evans and Nia Jax and Carmella. It does look that way apart from the pre-show. Bayley defeated Liv to retain the title. Corbin and the Bar defeated Big Show and the Viking Raiders, because, yeah, right, that's a match everybody wants to see. Daniel Bryan defeated Bobby Lashley. It's even less of a match people want to see. Styles defeated Sami Zayn in a ladder match, but not for a championship. I think, yeah, then the case Emily is, I definitely have seen some more of the fight I thought I had. You know what, a lot of time when I watch, maybe in highlights though, like, compilation clips someone's put together on YouTube. The Fiend and Roman Reigns defeated Otis and Aleister Black. What the fuck, guys? Because that's a combination that goes well together. Jeff Hardy defeated Nakamura to retain the Intercontinental Championship. Alright, that would have been a bad match. Asuka defeated Flair by DQ in a match that had been for the Raw Women's title. Strowman defeated the Ziggles. And that's the main event. So basically they got all the women's matches out the way, and then in the last hour it's nothing but men's matches. Okay, that's just shockingly bad. Wonder how they follow that up on Raw. That ended the sub, didn't it? The name doesn't ring a bell actually, but I'll check it out, see what's going there. I think MLW is quite a. It seems to be this sort of, for lack of a better term, underground. But it seems to be like a momentum seems to be building for them, and then just as they're getting built, like things are building for them and they're going well and everything's going spot on, they lose talent. Like just out of nowhere, the talent just disappears. You know, I don't say out of nowhere, but it is usually shockingly like quick how someone just stolen away. Let's have a look at this house show. That's fair enough. Let's look at Raw before we look at the WWE launch new stable. Although that's a free wrestle picture I love. Yeah, that would be bad. That's not bad. It's an idea of putting that in the suggestions, you know, of these shouldn't be, you know, tag team blacklists, you know, sort of thing of like, yeah, that actually it's a perfect way of doing it. To be fair, I mean, I know Adam's up to adding stuff. He's adding the products and attributes, so maybe that's an idea. You know, maybe it might be difficult for putting like. Maybe it's an attribute you could put up, you know, would not tag with such and such. Ah, well, that's, yeah, I mean, it, you know, might be just because of the, you know, 2020 and how fucked up it's been, so maybe some of the talent could go back. That'd be pretty cool. I think I saw that Oliver on a couple of their shows, over here in the UK, we got a few of their shows on Free Sports or something like that, and then it's just Free Sports now seems to not be showing anything other than snooker. And yeah, I think that's what Oliver, and he's kind of a little worker. Like, seems to be very young, but seems to have potential. Umberto versus Dominic Dijakovic. Andrade defeated Grand Metalik. Baszler defeated Evans. Corbin versus Mojo. Oh, I bet that was a fucking stellar 5-star match. Flair defeated Natalya. Zayn, The Fiend, and Roman defeated Shorty G and the Viking Raiders. Okay. Owens defeated Rude, and McIntyre and Lashley defeated Styles. And Ray. And I got an 81. I wouldn't watch the fuck out of that. Alright, so Raw, we just watched. Let's have a quick look at the new stable they launched. I mean, I get that, like, that's awesome for the kid, but also, I'm so happy that Two Coat Scorpio's still doing his thing in 2020. My first exposure to Two Coat was literally Flash Funk, and then I went and found out that he was Two Coat Scorpio in ECW. So that's fucking awesome. We have a new stable called The Trope. Oh, yeah, I'm going to say Trope. It could be Trope. Robert Roode, Murphy, Humberto Carrillo. By the way, Humberto Carrillo is a heel in this world. And Shelton Benjamin. Dear God, guys, what's going on? Alright, let's see what SmackDown comes out with, and then, well, and that'll be the end of this. That's just, okay, you know? That's just wow. So yeah, I mean, him versus Two Coat Scorpio versus AR Fox, awesome. That sounds amazing. And I'll be trying to find out some footage on that where I can get it from over here. Yeah, I like Corbin, and I don't mind the King Corbin gimmick either. My problem is that usually the King Corbin, you know, King of the Ring gimmick lasts even to the, like, usually only lasts like 3 or 4 months, maybe 6 at the most. And they're just going to ride this until there's another King of the Ring, and who knows when that will happen. So a quick look at the new, the headline, sorry, the mail. So we showed last night. I don't know Calvin Tankman, but I will have a look. Pretty much all the names that you've suggested on here, to be honest with you. Alright, so Impact has a tag edition of Decimation, which is Havoc and Shira. That's a mixed tag match, fair enough. The Rascals pick up the tag titles, and SmackDown won't enter the Friday. Well, yeah, of course, sorry. So, the main event, let's have a look at the shit show that usually is. Literally, that's what we have. Alexa Bliss, Asuka, Humberto defeats Meta Elite by DQ, and Baszler defeats Natalya. That sounds like a better show than the Raw did, to be honest with you. Alright, I mean, that's pretty much just done for the night then. What I'll say is that I appreciate you stopping by. If you want to get a... Sorry, 1 second. Let me just popped up there. There we go. If you want to get a a notification or anything like that, remember to hit the follow button. Sorry, Emily, I didn't see your post there. Let's have a quick look at the Corbin feuds. You're not wrong there, Emily. It does, yeah. I'm going to say Giron. I apologise if I get that wrong. But yeah, it's been good chatting. I appreciate that. You want to know when I'm going to go live or anything like that, either hit the follow button up on here. I think you both already have that. It'll be in the chat. Or hit me up on the Twitter. As I said before, that's Geek Streams, GW3K Streams. And that's my YouTube and everything else, Redbubble, the whole shebang. Find us out there, look at my new stuff, see that. I'll be back on Wednesday night with some Cage Brew plays, which will be, I'm hoping, either Dead by Daylight or maybe even some Ghostbusters. If not, I appreciate that as well, Emily. It's nice to talk to you as well. If not, it will be, well, I know what TUW. We're playing TUW for definite though on Thursday. But all that's left is basically for me to do is to say that I'm the Cage Brew. See you around. Hurrah.